Just off the plane from London after an 8-hour flight. 100 miles in that direction there's beach, and there's 100 miles of beach that way as well. Where am I? It's got plenty of fantastic historic buildings and some of the wealthiest districts in America. And it boasts more golf courses than any other state in the US at 1,370. That's more than 24,000 golf holes. Welcome to Florida. Florida is incredibly diverse, from beautiful wilderness areas like the Everglades to family fun in the theme parks, as well as historic attractions like the old Spanish settlement of St. Augustine. Then there's one of America's most exciting cities, Miami. And if that's not enough, Florida has a huge variety of golfing experiences, from the 7 PGA Tour venues and self-contained golf resorts to fly-in communities. I'm here in Miami at one of Florida's premier golf resorts, the Doral Golf Resort and Spa. Doral is a self-contained resort right in the heart of Miami. Apart from the usual high standard of hotel facilities and the beautiful European accented spa, there are 5 championship courses here, the most famous of which is the awesome Blue Monster. So guess which one I'm playing? My partner today is Doral's head pro, Jeff McCormick. As can be seen from the course layout, not only is it long, but there's also a massive amount of water on this course, hence the name Blue Monster.
So here we are on number 16 of the Blue Monster. This hole today playing 346 yards. It's a big dogleg left. Tiger Woods in the 3rd round of the Ford Championship carried his drive right over the top of these trees, 330 yards onto the green, and then 2-putted for a birdie on his way to shooting a 3rd round 63.
As if to illustrate just how good that shot was, Jeff, who's a top pro, hit his best shot and still ended up 70 yards short of the green.
Very solid. It's a little right of the green.
Not bad though, right?
No, not bad at all.
Okay, I'm going to go down the middle though.
Okay.
Or straight left, or straight into the water, or something like that. No, I'm going to go straight up in the air instead.
South Florida is very, very popular for retirees, obviously because of the climate. Doral's been around for over 40 years, a lot of history, a lot of tradition, which makes it one of the premier resorts in the Southeast.
Well done. The Blue Monster's signature hole is the 414-yard par 4 18th. It's been voted the PGA Tour's most difficult hole, and with so much water down the left, has a long history of spectacular failures.
I am happy with that one.
Yeah.
The Blue Monster claims another victim.
Jeff boomed his drive over the water with a fade and into the centre of the fairway, whereas I was drawn almost unerringly left and into the wet stuff. I can see why it's such a difficult hole. I mean, I've driven into the water, but even after dropping out, I haven't driven far enough to use anything but a wood to lay up in front of the next bit of water.
Yeah,
then try and get onto the green.
The most difficult part of this hole is yet to come.
Well, that's encouraging.
That's a good shot there.
Yeah,
You're going to
I've
like
laid up.
that one.
Why is it such a difficult course then, the Blue Monster?
The course is very difficult at over 7,200 yards. Water comes into play on 15 or 16 of the 18 holes. You know, you factor in the wind, some of the placement of these bunkers. That's a recipe for a tough but a very enjoyable day on the links.
Nice. So I hit my 3rd after a penalty stroke, up the fairway and just short of the bunkers on the right. Jeff's 2nd was a fantastic shot, which just dropped off the left of the green but stayed out of the water. And my 4th was a much more successful 9-iron to within 15 feet of the flag.
Get down there. All right.
Well done, Jeff.
Thank you very much. Enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I've had enough of the Blue Monster for one day. I'm heading into town. Miami is a world-class destination in its own right, a cosmopolitan, vibrant city that only 100 years ago was a sleepy fishing village on the edge of a swamp. Nowadays, it's a throbbing, multicultural heartland, with districts ranging from the Latin flavour of Little Havana to the glitter, glam and deco architecture of South Beach. This place is heaving, and it's like this all the time. All along the beachfront are these wonderful Art Deco buildings, and the restaurants are just packed, including this place, the News Cafe, an old Versace haunt. Then there's the beach itself. I'm not sure I fit in around here. Another historic part of Miami is Coral Gables, and this is its most famous building. The great thing is, it's also got a golf course. This is the grand dam of Miami hotels, the Biltmore. In its heyday, it attracted royalty from Europe, Hollywood greats like Ginger Rogers, Judy Garland and Bing Crosby, as well as less savoury characters like Al Capone. This is the largest hotel swimming pool in the US. The swimming instructor, Johnny Weissmuller, who made his name as Tarzan in the movies, set a world record here in the 1930s. I spoke to Ruth Jacobs, an expert on the Biltmore and its history.
There have been many famous people that have played on this golf course. Sam Snead had one of his early large purses, large tournament purses. As a matter of fact, at that time, I understood that it was the largest that had ever been offered playing on this golf course.
What do you think is the most interesting historical fact about the hotel?
Perhaps that it survived, because it was absolutely gorgeous, yes, in the 1920s. But then we've had a lot of places like that. Then the Depression comes along, the war years, the people come back, and I want something brand new. I don't want that old building. But this one had meant so much to the local community.
Now, if nature's your thing, travel just a few miles out of Miami and visit the largest subtropical wilderness in the USA, the unique and delicate ecosystem of swamps and marshes that make up the Everglades, which is, incidentally, the only place in the world where crocodiles and alligators coexist. I'm leaving Miami and I'm heading 5 hours north to Orlando. Why Orlando? It's not just Disneyland. There are more than 100 golf courses there, and it's also home to some of the world's leading players. Orlando really is a contender for the busiest family destination anywhere. The Walt Disney World Resort alone covers 44 square miles with its 4 theme parks, 2 water parks and its own 99 holes of golf. But that's not the only reason to come to Orlando. I'm here at the Bay Hill Club. It's Arnold Palmer's home course and considered the top track in Orlando. And this is the Bayhill Invitational. It's a big deal. All the top players are here and prize money is more than $5 million. Established in 1979, this tournament is played a week before the Players' Championship at Sawgrass. It's known as Arnold Palmer's Invitational, as this is his home course. I'm here for the Pro-Am, which is held the day before the competition proper and is an opportunity for mere mortals to play with the stars, providing you can afford the $5,500 it costs to get on the waiting list to enter.
Well, it's nice to see the players here. And we've got a good Pro-Am today.
Has it really grown over the years?
Oh yes, it grows a little every year, which is nice. It keeps it keeps everything going. The tournament itself, the golf course, the people, and the pros.
What's your impression of golf courses in Florida compared to other parts of the world?
Flat. Florida golf, you're always playing some wind, and I think that's the big factor that, for any amateur coming over near here, you got to learn to keep the ball down normally.
Tiger, Ian Cross Adventure Golf. What's your favourite golf course in Florida?
Alworth.
How does this compare?
I like Alworth. We can play in shorts. We're in a golf cart all day, and our men's grill is pretty cool. The basketball hoop in there.
If someone was visiting Florida from overseas, where would you suggest they play?
Probably when I'm in town, don't play Alworth. No, but honestly, I think it's a great place to play. Obviously, Bayhill's a wonderful golf course, Lake Nona. Got the Ritz, and we got a lot of good golf courses in the Orlando area, so you really can't go wrong either way.
It seems to be the home of golf in the US, Florida.
Well, obviously, yeah, because you can guess why. When we're in a grey day and it's still 75 degrees, and the rest of the country is either getting soaked or it's under a foot of snow, so you can practice as hard as you like.
Needless to say, all the main manufacturers are here looking after their protégés and attending to their every need.
We bang so many balls and hit so many shots that the clubs tweak after time, after weeks of hitting so many balls. So we come in here and get things checked out, make sure everything's in alignment, and your grips wear out, you need the grips changed, and it just gives you that confidence that that everything's set right for you.
Orlando is a fabulous golf community. We've got a lot of tournaments here, both on the PGA Tour and LPGA, and it's just a wonderful area to come, and all the guys enjoy it.
This course is a very important tee shot, and long ball in a quick stop, very important.
It's probably one of the most difficult we play. It's very demanding, very long. Puts a premium on accuracy here. The rough's usually very penal, and I love playing here.
One of the best course, but I hate it. Too many water.
There's VJ Singh over there, and Ernie Els as well. Ernie and VJ just having a chat.
Second's been my best finish. A couple years ago when Tiger won, I finished second to him, but I've always played well here.
Well, this year he played exceptionally well because Kenny was the eventual winner, and Tiger went on to win the Masters just 1 month later. Where have you come from and where are you going to on the tour at the moment?
I came from over there and I'm going down the road. All right, thank you.
See you.
Okay, Tiger's away.
Just an hour up the road from Bay Hill is the Kennedy Space Center, one of only 2 places on Earth to put humans into space. And this is the giant Saturn V rocket, one of the most complex pieces of machinery ever built, and it put man on the moon. Who can ever forget these amazing images of Alan Shepard being the ultimate adventure golfer? Stage 1 of Saturn V produced 7.5 million pounds of thrust. Now that's a force greater than the thrust produced by 200 F-18 jets. Stage 1 and Stage 2 together produced enough electricity to power New York City for an hour and a half. Right. The purpose of this multi-access trainer is to allow astronauts to identify the sensation of spinning out of control in the spacecraft. Now, what's the point of that? Well, so the astronauts can know what it feels like to be spinning out of control, in the hope that maybe they can do something about it. It's okay. Okay, stop. Stop. I'm out. That wasn't too bad. What am I going to do for this job? I was a bit of a wimp, right? You also get a chance here to touch a bit of moon rock or feel what it's like to moonwalk. This is a 1/6 gravity chair, and it's supposed to simulate walking on the moon, or gravity on the moon. How do I look, Pete? I'm getting the hang of it, though. It might not be out of space, but we're still in the air, but we're heading down there to Florida's biggest fly-in community. And it's also got a golf course. This is Spruce Creek Flying Community, and it's been built on an old naval airbase. Now, I was expecting a landing strip with a few houses dotted around, but this place has 1,500 luxury homes with hangars instead of garages and taxiways for the planes instead of roads. It's quite bizarre. I've been invited here by famous NASCAR racing driver and Spruce Creek resident, Mike Skinner.
What a spread. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is our toy shed. You know, we have, I get to work in my little airplane here and got a few trophies and stuff over there, and we have a good time. You ready to go play a little golf?
Okay, let's go. It's a boat.
Yeah, it's a whaler.
How long have you been NASCAR driving?
Professionally in NASCAR since 1995.
Have you had many injuries?
I've had everything broke. It's a rough sport. We've had tires blow out, go head first into the wall, and fortunately enough, we've got great doctors around here that patch me back up, and away we go again, you know. All right, call the planes.
We joined Steve and Carol Pook, who retired down here a couple of years ago for a friendly little four-ball.
Wow, that's 20 yards past you.
This very enjoyable and picturesque 18-hole course shares the land with the luxury homes of the community and, of course, a runway capable of taking jets, with taxiways running off between the houses.
What sort of people are living in a resort like this?
Well, you know, we have all kind of people that live down here. A lot of airline pilots that retired here, a lot of race car drivers that commute every weekend from here with the airstrip.
These gated golfing communities in Florida are very popular for people retiring, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And you know, the big wave is yet to come. All the baby boomers, as we call them here in the States, are yet to retire down here. So there'll be a lot more traffic coming down this way.
Oh, shot. Now, where was I going?
Now you have to concentrate on your shot. Can you do that?
After
now,
that.
guys.
Great shot.
Wow.
Look at this guy.
These planes didn't bother him none.
Bring those planes back.
He's going to be three-putting from there. All right, man.
Well, thanks for the game. That was great.
You bet. I had a good time. I got to get to Atlanta and go to work.
What, you going to take the plane?
Absolutely. I take the airplane everywhere I go.
Well, I've got one as well.
I hope you can keep up.
Daytona Beach isn't just about planes and fast cars, it's also about bikes. And 500,000 bikers converge here every year for Bike Week.
They come in early March from all over the USA for 10 days of racing and riotous behaviour. I've never seen anything like it. Whereas just a few miles up the coast, things are a whole lot quieter.
St. Augustine is the oldest European settlement in the US, founded by Spanish conquistadors in 1565. It was an important staging post on the galleon route linking Spain with its colonies in South America, and for more than 200 years was repeatedly attacked by pirates and by the British buccaneer, Sir Francis Drake. By American standards, this is a very old place, so it gets its fair share of tourists. But if you're in northeast Florida, it's well worth a visit, even if it is raining.
There's plenty of golf near St. Augustine. Here at the World Golf Village, there are 2 excellent courses. The trouble is, although you can play golf all year round in Florida because it's so warm, it also rains a lot. And that's what's happened today. So I'm heading inside. But I hear this place has got Florida's biggest pro shop. I've never been in such a big pro shop. There's just about everything a golfer would want. I could spend a fortune in here, and by the looks of it, I will.
Somewhat consistent with what we've been seeing. That's one of your better ball speeds at 126.3. But with the bad spin numbers that it's creating, that ball only went 180.5 yards. I'm gonna try you first with one of these Cobras. Holy cow. Okay.
How'd that go?
I think we're done. That one is 250.5 yards. So we're already 51 yards farther with the first swing. Now I want you to try out this Cleveland Composite 460. This is another winner this year. $240 yards, very nice. 258.7. That's the best ball we've hit all day.
Right then, now it's on to the irons.
You hit the Big Bertha much better than what you have, and then you hit the Fusion just off the charts good.
Now the only thing to consider, the price.
So here we are, the big moment. What did I get? Yes, it's the top of the range Fusions, and I'm here at the TPC Sawgrass, home of the Players' Championship, to try them out in the rain. So they better be good.
Like Doral, the amount of water at Sawgrass is frightening, but the added hazards here are the thousands of trees crowding into the fairways and greens. The fifth is typical, with a drive on this 420-yard par 4 over water and threaded between the bunkers left and right. The second shot is played up a narrowing fairway, which has an awkward kink in it, to a green surrounded by trees with bunkers both sides. The 17th, which is probably the most photographed hole in golf, is the 121-yard par 3, played to an island green, which we regularly see humiliate the world's top golfers.
My playing partner today is Sam Aiden from the First Tee Project. He's a local to these parts, so he's got some home course advantage. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. The kid's good, but with these new clubs, I'm feeling pretty good today.
Not bad. Thank you.
Well done. I don't think it's going to be a bad investment.
Sam is part of the First Tee Project, which takes kids from all backgrounds and helps them to learn the game of golf without the usual expense.
The First Tee is a great organization to play golf, and it's not really expensive. I mean, well, I started 3 years ago, and joining the First Tee, I was able to hit balls and really play every day, so I can improve my game. And after 3 years, and then 3 years later, now I'm about a 2 handicap. So
you're a 2 handicap?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Hang on a minute, the director told me I was playing a local youngster and I wouldn't have any trouble taking his pocket money from him.
Oh. Oh dear. This could be you one day, Sam, the gallery.
That'd be nice. Thank you.
I've never seen greens this smooth anywhere in the world.
They're beautiful.
Oh, it's incredible. Oh, my God.
Easy.
Now,
we try to stay away from our tournament hole placements for the practice that the players come out for. So we put them near the slope.
Oh, good putt.
The one you played on 18 is probably illegal. We actually tuck them more in the corners of the greens, about 3 paces off the edge.
So the fact that I bombed out on that hole is due to an illegal pin placement, not the fact that I couldn't putt.
We call them a practice round hole placement.
What sort of pressures do you face mounting a huge tournament like the Players' Championship?
Well, we get about 40,000 spectators out here, and we're fortunate we have an easy way of getting them around because the spectator mounds were created for that specific purpose by Pete Dye to encourage people to go out and be able to follow one group all the way through 1 through 18. There's not very many golf courses that were ever constructed where the spectator mounds allow them to actually follow a group from the first tee all the way to the 18th green.
The 16th at Sawgrass is a truly great golf hole. At 491 yards, this par 5 tests your course management skills to the maximum. Most pros go for the green in 2, but you have to be a brave man to try it.
Nice ball.
Sam hit a great drive, 280 yards down the right, keeping well away from the trees on the left. I took a much tighter line up the left and only just avoided the trees, which could have blocked my next shot up the fairway. I'm still not sure about these clubs, you know. I hooked my second through the trees and ended up on one of the bleacher mounds on the left. Sam hit a good 4-iron, laying up in a perfect position for a pitch on. So I was lucky here. I've come through the trees and I've landed on the mound. So if I was playing in next week's tournament, I would have landed in the crowd. Nice one. Yep, just off the green. I hit a good shot over the trees and ended up just short of the green. Sam's pitch fell off the right edge and was lucky not to get wet. The crowd roars cross birdies the 16th at Sawgrass to take the pocket money. Sam chips and 2-putted for a 6. Just not good enough. Florida is home to some mega golf resorts, some huge tournaments, and some of the best facilities anywhere. Many of the world's top golfers choose to live here, and millions of Americans choose to retire here, and lots of them seem to be playing golf. Florida can justifiably claim to be America's true home of golf. See you next time.